We're here again. On this episode, I have someone, a big fish. I can call it a big fish. But this is going to be an truth with Sia. My name is Sia, your host. It's third week of 2024. Yeah, but my worry is resolutions ziyaphela. I'm sure that today June says resolutions because today I'm hanging out with the radio presenter, technical producer, news reader at Newsroom Africa in Zabantu, voiceover artist, MC, award winner, Resen. Keep on.
Yes, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you so much. I've always seen the podcast.
Yeah.
And I've had the interest of coming here, but finally, it's happening. So 2024 is an endless needs.
I can see that 2023 at least was good for you.
Yeah, I would say definitely. 2023 was the best year of my career. And that's when I realized a lot of things, because I think in 2023 I got to see quite a number of things. I've done radio for quite a long time, but 2023 was the year where everything just it was like that. So I don't. I always say 2023 was the year for me, because quite honestly I've received everything that I've dreamt about, and obviously it doesn't mean it's the end of the road, because there's so many things up. The goals is yeah. So 2023 was the year.
Then King is the nickname, or is in your auntie?
No, it's not in my idea. So basically when I started radio, I started off as T-Bows.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and then I think I named myself T-Bows, and then because then and then I realized that there's T-Bows at the KFN. Yes. So I was like, I don't want to come up with a name that someone has in the industry. I want something unique. And wait, something unique. Non-unique. There's never been any broadcast like I. And we were your only family, so I'm the first one to do this thing. Therefore, I'm the king within my family to do this, and then Boy because of myself. So that's when the name King Boy came about.
Good. I saw that you're busy with Ngubela FM and Children's Radio Station.
Children's Radio Foundation. Yes, that's when I started my career. So basically, I think it was 2014. And then I think about it. In doing radio, I always say it's a calling. It's not really much of a career. It's a calling. I don't think if I would stop doing radio, I would survive. Or if I would stop being in front of the mic, I would survive. Because Yafi, I'm saying in the school, and I just came. I need to do radio. And then I went to this guy, found a little bit of Switch. I told him, Switch, I want to be on radio. I don't know how you're going to do it, but I'm willing to do whatever it takes. In fact, you came at the right time, because since I auditions for Indoor Children's Radio Foundation, come through on Friday, and then we'll talk about it. Nyani went there on Friday, boom, I was in. And then it was just a set of young people who were interested in terms of radio, and Nyani, that's what we did. So that's when my even journalism started. We did this story, we were talking about social issues that affect us in Abadwana. So we talk about your teenage pregnancy, how to use condoms, all of us in there, see content on radio. And then after some time, that year, I got the opportunity of being the leader of the group, and then the leader from then onwards. I think 2015 we needed to go to the bush. And then you must have your own show, but at the very same time, it's up and alive. So I worked for Children's Radio Foundation since then, and just before the army, and then now I was working more as a facilitator. I was no longer a reporter, but I was a facilitator. So that's when my career started with
Okay, but you're still with them.
Children's Radio Foundation, unfortunately, I had to leave, because remember, Children's Radio Foundation is working with community radios. So it was working with Nkubela. He had a relationship with Nkubela to grow Abandwana where the aspiration. So it was basically to allow young people to voice out their opinions, because we believe in the book, but to me, I think now voice what they feel, what they want for their future. So that was a platform to abantu abatsha into okokuba bathethe ngezinto abazingqonelayo, not only to their parents but to also other young peers. Yeah. So after the female college and club, I had to unfortunately leave.
Yeah. And you came in.
I came in.
With the award.
Yeah.
How much was the award?
To be honest,
you know, in Kobole is winning awards.
Yeah, I know.
You continue.
I know. And I have to say, there was a lot of pressure when I started to do that show. And me winning and even being nominated, did not expect it. Simply because I think I was still trying to find my feet within the show. And when I was told that we are entering for awards and we put in Equalist family, I said, no, let's do it. And then got the nomination. I was like, you know what? I'm happy. I've won. I don't care what's going to happen after that. And even on the day of the awards, I remember Zandi's and Gauteng. I was in PE and we were doing a private with my family. And someone called me, like, hey, bro, like, hey, doing a private so we need award. Like, we need award. I'm being serious. Like, no, man, come on. And then when I go on Facebook is a buzz. I won an award. Could not believe it. Still cannot believe it even today.
No, congratulations, but we're happy to. We're happy to because we don't know what leads to the show the chili slot from 1 o'clock to 10 late. I don't know if they discuss it along the way. What you consider clever 10.
I think as much as the following that is Alendo, as much as the following that is, let's remember that this is my employer. And whatever that I'm going to say, being very, very careful. But at the very same time, I would like to also put it out there that everyone understands, because no one understood the purpose. And in that, if we would have this decision would have not been taken. So basically, the change was made because the show AI was being able to be other than choral. With the jazz, you can go to a jazz festival, Cape Town Jazz Festival, whatever event it is, and say, listen, we want you to buy slots at the show, and this show will be broadcasted. But for and means that can be able to attend that particular music. And most what they would say buying power. But on the other hand, with the choral you take it to e-competitions. You take it to e-concerts. Yes. So, festival and but there is a festival, Nature's Artists. Again, you see, so you are able to say, listen, you've got artists here that cater to market jazz, and we've got a show that can cater to those people. Let's combine. We'll broadcast here, we'll make sure that Long to Manila is here, and at the very same time, for us being there. So it was kind of a business move. Didn't have anything about numbers presenting. I remember some people were even saying, but when it comes to broadcasting, I was in a meeting with the management. I know what was said to me, so I'm not going to go on Facebook or on social media. So that was the main biggest change. That's why the change had to happen. It was more of a not passing but I would say, but at the very same time, these are just and it's not like the Tetela employer, but I'm just trying to put it out there.
So your question gets paid.
Yeah.
Since you touched in that, if a being as one changes. You came after two great broadcasters on the show. Setos Bulelani also, so rest in peace. At some point, I remember the Guayras family was a leading show at some point. then you came in, and the show is still doing very well. How are you going? How are you filling up those shoes?
I'm not feeling any
What can you promise us that Uzanayo to grow the show?
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's start here. I'm not feeling any issues. I'm not that the tendency of Ubani was doing this show, and now that I'm doing it after him, I'm feeling issues. I'm not feeling no issues. And you know what's so unfortunate is that when Ubulelani took over that show, Use Tours is still alive.
Yeah.
But with me, Ubulelani, he was so
I get you now.
So ukusweleka kukaBulelani brought an emotional tuntuni emntwini kuye wonke umuntu bemamela the show. And to be honest with you, Bulelani was one of those people, even if you are but I didn't know when it will happen. So waphela esweleka uBulelani. Now eswelekeni kwakhe wonke umuntu is still attached in terms of issue, Bulelani and everything. And now a new guy must come in. Remember also, this new guy is coming from a point of being a broadcaster more. Because and then I think I did a radio for 2014, which was still at school. So after that, I didn't do much of choir. Yes, I love music, I listen to music, I used to listen to the show. And then as a broadcaster, I can never be limited I must listen to every music so that I can be able to understand. Even if one day I will be presented with an opportunity to go and do a show, I will be able to do the show. So me going into the show was that to say, look, I cannot do this. I've got a bit of a game for about this, and I know I can do it. Let's go and do it. And then it comes to Sanders. And at the time, also about the mistake 80, Bulelani died when I was working.
You were there.
I was there. I was a standby presenter. You get me? So when he died, Kuku standby presenter, what's expected to happen? I have to take in the standby presenter. Can you do the show? Yes, do it. And if he's doing it well, then obviously we would give it to him. If you remember, before the formal announcement, I was doing the show for Iveki as Tile. And then the business manager had to come and say, no, we are officially giving it to him. So hence I'm saying I'm not feeling anyone's shoes, but because I'm a young Indian.
Well, there was also, who's this guy used to do it?
Ukweba. Yes. You see, even Ukweba was just standing in for Ukweba when he's not there. When I cannot be available. I think he's one of the people that can be called to the show. So that's how it is. And one thing I've realized after some time, you know what? Can entering into a different environment. Remember, I was still finding my feet even was in trouble. And while still finding my feet, it's like so I had to swim.
Then you can't stand there and say,
no, but it happened. It happened, to be honest with you. And there were very few people that came to me and said, listen, we can see that you are able to do this, but we want to guide you according to items Zalendo Sitana. And those people came and they told me, listen, this is how you do it. This is where you get the information. Remember, the choral is very sensitive. That's all that here on a show and until I enter anything. Because Dizarella is South Africa.
Yes.
The Korea is South Africa. That is Xhosa, the English. This is the Mali, the same. It's Italian and Spanish and Sazi. Now, you expect to ofika into this environment. About these only you know. So let me tell you about sometimes the market cannot be patient, but at the very same time, you as the program, which is you as the presenter, you need to be able to the market and so that you can be able to blend in. I mean, now I can be able to blend in.
Exactly. Yeah. I didn't know that you will leave very soon.
Yes. So Voice Over started when I was still in Kubela. I've always been curious in terms of why we take sense of workshop, why we take sense of workshop. And I think after a few years, I realized that as much as I love talking on the internet, one thing that's cutting out, I'll never be relevant over radio. Currently, there's someone new who's going to come up and do, like, I am saying, how can we make that? Yes. I must get something that is different. And I found in the Baye voiceover that not everyone is doing it. Production work, not everyone is doing it. Everyone wants to be in front of this mic, but no one wants to be the guy behind the scenes. You get me?
So now which fits? Was it that good voiceover?
There's a lot to be honest with you. For this year, I'm a voiceover artist for Uspa Eastern Cape.
Okay.
So we've got that deal, and at the very same time, I also do Nezinye, like your even some shop sometimes I would do voiceover. And also, there's quite a lot of clients that I have, It's not only about, but I'm just mentioning it that on top of my head. So it's quite a number. And as our opportunity is a voiceover.
Yeah.
That's another market that I think everyone is viable.
Yes. Now in the Quebec,
So then Zanezo is
Can you voice over for me this line?
Okay.
Welcome to Grand Piano Truth this year, your number one choral music podcast.
So welcome to Grand Piano
Truth with
Sia, your number one
choral podcast in Zanzibar.
Alright, your number one choral podcast in Zanzibar. Hey! Welcome to Grand Piano Truth with Sia, your number one podcast in Zanzibar. Need to make money with
let me check. You know that here is Sasuke now. That's season is Sasuke.
Yes.
Yeah, then everyone now is busy. I don't know if they're busy now or they're waiting for sports to start or they're going to be busy. But because of Natal, I know they were busy after last year competition. They told me that we are starting next year's songs now.
Which is good.
Yes. Yeah, which was good. Since it's a new year and Sasuke 24 is upon us again, this year Grand Piano Truth is coming up with a program tagged Road to Sasuke 2024. It's a program which seeks to highlight and profile participating schools in 2024 Estate Fort. If your school or district or province participating, feel free to contact us so that we can profile your school and visit your rehearsals. Also, if you want interviews with schools, contact us. We are here. Just check our number on the screen, then call us.
Yes, sir.
Do you have also any favorite shows? When you tell you to one of the show, like my favorite shows are being covered. Like
this is
breakfast.
Okay.
On kind of Sunday, they have Sunday, then they breakfast.
There's a humble one, sir. Yes.
The Marvellas of the car. The necklace of Marvellas of the car.
Oh, yes.
It's in the same soup.
For me, I wouldn't say I have favorite shows. Give me content I will tune in.
Okay.
That's the only thing that I want. Give me content I will tune in. But on a normal basis, I would listen to DE, and then normally around 9, that's when I have to start my day. So then it depends.
Yeah.
You'll find me listening to Radio 2000, to Kaya, and to other stations. Simply because I believe in the book, as a presenter, you need to grow. So when you grow by listening to others. But at the very same time, you need to listen to your own station so that you can be able to hear the cultures new presenters as Zanayo. It also helps you when you present, then you are able to say, as Ubani have said, Kushoya area on. So if now to whoever is listening, they can tell, you know what, this person is listening. So you would find me everywhere and anywhere. SAFM, you would find me. As long as there is good content, that's where you will find me. Yeah.
You know, I was talking when you called man between 2 days about Kimbo.
Mm.
Yeah. I said, okay, there's no more.
Yeah.
They said, okay. Can can't there's a team like no to mail voice note.
Okay.
We to mail a lot of voice notes.
Alright, that's
Can't be seen.
Eastern Cape Choral Music Association. Okokuqala mandifuna uNcoma uKing Boy indlela asifakela ngakhona umculo ngapha umhlobo wenele siyamamela inkqubo zakhe and siyathanda naye simthanda kanjalo kodwa man ndicela abonakale kwi-event ze-choral music so that azofumana neminye imiculo emitsha so that azosazi thina abantu bomculo le field yomculo ityebe kakhulu kasikabe khona bazodibana nathi noba ke mhlawumbi siqhelise ngabanye abantu bebekhona phambi kwakhe naye asimfanisi nabo kodwa siyathanda simazi sibe ngumntu esisebenzisana naye enkosi.
Wow, beautiful. No. That's, wow.
Enjoy your buzz.
Yes. Yeah. No, I love the compliments. I love the compliments. But then about visible people choral shows or choral competitions. I always try. To be honest, I always try. But in my sometimes we have commitments is easy, you know, and also commitments can be a stumbling block in terms of you doing something or doing a lot of it. I think finals, finals Kasaski. Like when I am coming to Joburg, about 10 now. We agreed to need and then on the week I got a gig. As much as I want to go to Joburg and do this thing, and as much as I want to attend this concert, but now I've got a gig. So what do we do in that situation? You know? Because remember, at the end of the day, you need to be able to provide for a family. So the gig comes with money in that way. I remember I was enjoying the concert, and then a phone call came from the manager and said, "Hey, listen, we are fluent at 1996 and guns to Shangufu." So I had to give it package. So you don't see sometimes you're possible, but so but the planes was pillars Moshagala. But I always say, even if it was it doesn't mean I did not see it or I'm not there. Because at times I would miss it, but I would always go back to YouTube and check, okay, what do we have now in our music library? What can we add? And that happened from there. Melody as well. There's a few compositions. There's a few compositions that are added into our music library simply because I believe that we need to take Lantulu so far. We're not able to be there. We need to make choral fashionable. On the 31st, I asked the question to go back. Why is it that when we have the song of the year, it's not choral? Will you guys vote for it? That's not the question. Exactly. Yeah, because it's about votes.
We did that. This is what country we look like Calabash.
I know we're going to. Zimmer was a fun. But yeah, man, I think that the choral space has showed me quite a lot of things, and I've learned a lot within the space, and I believe that I'm still learning a lot within the space because so cool and so broad, and we realize that whoever Tula or wherever Tula, the foundation is choral.
Yes. Since you mentioned your aid or something choral, something new. Now, what advice can you give to the choirs or event organizers? Since I think from COVID, single stage celebrating.
Yes.
And now we don't have that main sponsor like Olmitron. That was there. Now we're just doing provinces, depending on municipalities. Some so some regions of provinces, events.
Okay, I think that this does not only go to choral, but it goes in general. Why are you doing the podcast? You can't be doing the podcast all alone. You need to think of the business side of the podcast.
Yes.
So if you're a singer or if you're a chorister, you need to think of business before anything else. And then in that way, they currently, as the companies, they don't just want to invest, they want to invest in a brand. So if now we decide to start a choir, City, the King Boy, Choral, fine. How are we going to make sure that this is a business? If we approach James and say, James, we want you to put money into this, James will ask us, what is it in return for me? So we then speak about advertising the brand, visibility of the brand. So what I've realized is that I think Bamba Abandu within the choral space that take choral as a business. Not so long ago, I think just lately, I'm not sure whether late or early this year, I was speaking to this lawyer who is a lawyer for entertainment, and we were talking about isn't this demand Sabakunye, art in general, that actors sometimes get into musicians. Sometimes in the studio, we sit down and we record. And then the minute it generates money, we then say, but we didn't talk about splitting the money.
Yes.
Which is wrong. When you enter into the studio and you sit in front of the mic, then we must talk about money. If this song becomes with Jerusalem, what is it that's going to happen? How much am I getting? You see? So I think even there's, and kind of just to go back to the conversation, because the numbers also is that there is this child, Osaske. Lomdana, uthatha iculo elibhalwe ngesiSwisi.
Yes.
Alithule. I'm a girl, da. Fine. You win female awards. Yes. Abantwana bathatha la mali babuye nayo esikoleni no-conduct wabo. ISASKE ibhadala isiSwisi. Ibhadala isikolo, ibhadala ipianist nabo bonke abanye abantu abayi-involved. And that child, figure, nithi imali eculo le-female awards. I played on radio. Normally, everything that is played on radio, we need to pay royalties. So, as our royalties, I'm not a small manager. I'm talking about the person, the voice who was singing there. You see? So, if you are able to then formulate a structure, we are the organization responsible. In fact, I think there is an organization responsible for music of final choir. Okwazi and say, listen, I'm going to be trouble for this long.
There is a structure where
South Africa. I'm not sure. But it's like what Sam Ronaldo, but I'm deliberately. So it can be this one, but equal organization that deals with that. And it gives you your royalties that to say, okay, fine, kabulelani la mali ethi ayikwindlela idlalwe 10,000 times kulonyaka, and we pay 10 rand per play. So 10 times 100 times 10,000, whatever money is due to Bulelani. But now it ends there. We do a competition and then sing, win, just play number one, and then go, and then in keep. So omnye angayiboni ibalulekile into okokuba maka-invest ixesha lakhe kwi-choral aphele let me go find a job. With the job aphelele ibali kwi-choral. So I think that's why bambalwa umzekelo opretiyende if for them to be successful and be where they are, yes, bapushing at the but they saw into okokuba they can never be here for a long time. They need to go outside where the music is appreciated. So there's quite a lot that needs to be done within the choral space for it to be recognized like it is in each channels, because brands want to align themselves with something that's going to keep your number 10.
Yes, I think
in
terms of giving us your information. Because abanye abantu bayazi information. Omnye conductor is conducting abantwana. Then bawina, then
yes, we always try to. I was saying to the guy, listen, as much as this conversation is nice, and we're doing it for a team, as much as this conversation is nice, I feel I'm going to take it on radio. Because I don't want to hear this thing. So that you know, if I'm involved in the team, if I'm getting involved into a choir, then this choir is going to generate money for me in some way or another. Even if the choir ET, okay, fine, good performances is Zenzari, we'll give you a fee off. Then you know you are remunerated for what you do. It's easy for Umundu to just commit and say, for us, we're going to commit into this thing. Yeah, we're going to do it this way. So it needs investment not only from the people who are at front, who are doing the radio, podcasts and everything, but even when abantu balapha kuyo chorus, by understand okay, fine, we've got the concert inside. The concert is abanceda njani abanye abantu. The concert ukuze urhulumente akwazi ukufaka imali kuyo, then we need to submit a proposal. The proposal is izayibonisa njani growth. I-festivals ezinkulu ezikhoyo aziqalanga zangoku, aziqalanga zafumana millions. They started somewhere and then they grow along the way. They get the recognition they need and then pay the. So I think that if we invest more into the choral space, then it's bound to grow more and more and more. Because kubanye abantu ichoral licinga xa ilakusoka sasa choral and then it's gone. What about
and we need to sifake yonke le nto kuma 2000 now kuSASKI. Because what I noticed, the 2000 awubuyi fire.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Thina indaba yabayikhona beso today. Ingabonakalisi growth in terms of your revenue. Because there's clear behind those or not.
And then that's it. Yeah, 2000. They made it. I've seen a lot of videos. But there's something you do on TikTok, and everyone wanted to do it.
And even now, there's notices that you would say,
you see, so they're able to. It goes back to the way you said. One person uploaded that. Was 2 letter notes. The other person watch on. So it's able to.
And I'm not sure now viewership. Is more than some is more than 5,000 to 10,000 just for seeing. Yes.
You see? Yeah. And then friends are able to say, how much money that you have when you've got 5,000. Marketers. That's not on the deal. Yeah. So if you see business in it, then it's bound to work. That's how I feel like. If you don't see everything is about business. The reason why you call it is because it's business. You can be. So we're not really J. Everything has to be about business. If you see business in it, then it's about it's bound to grow, it's bound to make money, it's bound to give you a return of investment. So if we invest more into this space, and also this is another thing. I think if we can combine Sinavan and Kora, it to me it doesn't feel right the fact that we only get to be in one place when there's a competition. Music is not about competition. It's not about competing. It's about singing. It's about making sure that yes, about that. So I believe that if we can make it more of, at least we know about Krambi City, June, high to my song is the biggest thing. The song is the Bumalanga, who can be teenagers, who festival the teen, who can be called car. Yes. Then
it is 3 big concerts a year.
Yes, at least once.
Yeah.
Not a competition. It's not about who's gonna win, who's not winning, but us.
And you can be able to go to private companies, showing them numbers.
Listen, this is what happened. All I need from you is immortal just accommodate I and then it's fine, we'll give you pass, and then you do that. From then onwards, you go back to them and say, but no, after we've done this deal, have you realized that sales is increasing? So how about you put money into this thing? And you start convincing the person, no, you need to put money. It's going to grow. It's going to be bigger.
Yeah, okay. About so we music Africa. Yes, a radio engineer. Say fully done.
I think more than anything, I'm a broadcaster. I always say I don't like to be limited into a radio. I'm a broadcaster, and even while we as a TV, it came Ngolo show. To me, when I do a show, I don't just do a show and play music. I need to, if we're talking about I need to do research about it. So I think the journalist side was in me, Kakati. So in the end, I came like that. We need someone can please send a video, and then I sent a video. And yes, Can you can do something like, hey, man, I'm your tuber, I'm your intro. You know, we hear that. So I got that opportunity. And yeah, it's been an amazing one. It's been an eye-opening one.
Okay.
It's been an eye-opening one. Yeah.
Different between TV and radio.
For Indaba, it's not different because it's both live. Radio is live.
It's live, yeah.
Yes,
but
Indaba is live.
But you know radio in Masikbon, you know TV in Masikbon.
No, to me, I don't focus on the radio here. I don't focus on the cameras.
Okay.
It's fine, you can but my focus is just the camera.
Okay.
And if you see me, you see me. But I think Nazani Fimo and Domani Abono.
Yes.
It's just the nice thing about your radio is just it's a whole. I don't know what I'm trying to tell. It's a whole space of you being you.
Okay.
I always say when I'm the minute I enter into the studio, I forget who I am. If I can show you videos of me in studio, I cool and
Just go on this video.
No, never mind the one that you see. Landings on the internet. After 5 years, I'm going to move. You can't you know, so eventually it's just another environment for me. But even in TV is nice. And moreover, when you pre-record, because you're able to say, no, cut me.
Yeah,
You know, you're able to say, no, let's edit out. There's makeup. With the radio, there's your voice. If your voice doesn't damage here, then unfortunately you'll go on air with it damaging it. So yeah.
I think that's all we have.
That's all.
Yeah.
Colors, you know.
Just in case, come busy.
Colors.
You know.
Same together, you. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. It really means that I've got too many broadcasters, they just talk. They don't really pay attention to time.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you so much. Thank you so much also for the invite.
You're most welcome.
And this is quite great. I've got no doubt it's gonna grow. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be, it's gonna go places. When Maggie started his podcast, no one believed in him. I was one of the few people that viewed the podcast and subscribed then when it was 1,000 subscribers, and today it's 1 million or even more than 1 million in terms of his subscribers. He started off with a tablet, and so if you've got a dream and a goal in that way, I always believe that you will succeed in it.
Thanks,
Thank you so much.
We're out.